Welcome to the Bread Kitchen. In this video I'm going to show you how to make a very simple white loaf called a split tin. To 300 grams of lukewarm water I'll add 1.5 teaspoons of dried yeast, mix, then leave for 10 minutes until the yeast gets going. To 500 grams of a good strong bread flour add 2 teaspoons of salt and mix well. Make a well in the centre. Add in your yeast water mix into the well. Then stir, gradually incorporating flour from the sides into the centre until you end up with a thickish batter. Now in the middle here I've got something which is about the consistency of porridge. Just scrape it off my spoon. Then flick some flour from round the sides over this, they call it a sponge in the middle. Now this pre-ferment, or sponging as it's called, serves a couple of purposes. It adds both taste and texture, and the longer you do it for, the more the improvement. Now cover and leave in a warm place for about 20 minutes. After 20 minutes, cracks should appear, and you might even see a bubble or two. Now add on 4 tablespoons of lukewarm milk and mix to a dough. And what you'll end up with is this somewhat sticky dough. Now flour a surface, turn out the dough, a scraper is particularly helpful for this. Toss on a little bit of flour, then knead this for about 10 minutes until it becomes smooth and elastic. If you need to reflour your surface because it's sticky, then by all means do that. And after about 10 minutes of kneading, you should end up with this nice, smooth and springy ball of dough. Pop the dough in a lightly greased bowl. Cover, then leave in a warm place until the dough has about doubled in size. So after about an hour and a half, the dough has practically filled the bowl. I'll just remove it. I'll turn the dough out onto a lightly floured surface. Knock it back to remove any gas. Then put it all together into a ball. Right, I'm now going to shape this into a rectangle where one of the sides is about the size of my loaf tin. There we go, that's about right. Now I'm going to roll this up. I'm just tucking the ends under a little bit. Now I'll take this, put it into my lightly greased loaf tin, press it down. Now you can either cover it with oiled film, or I'm going to pop mine into a plastic bag. And then leave it in a warm place until it's about doubled in size again. So this is my dough after 45 minutes. You can see it's just risen above the height of the tin. Now I'm going to take a very sharp knife and put quite a deep slash in this loaf, all the way along its length. Now when a loaf like this has proved, it's got this tight gluten skin on the top, so by putting a slash through it, we're breaking that skin and allowing the dough to rise a little bit more. Then dust lightly with flour and leave for about 10 minutes. After 10 minutes we can pop this in a hot oven, 210 fan oven, 230 normal oven for 10 minutes. Then after 10 minutes, lower the temperature to 180 fan oven, 200 normal oven and bake for a further 30 minutes. Once baked, you'll have this lovely golden loaf. Now leave it to cool. When baked, it should have a nice crisp crust on top and excellent texture inside. Now if you've done this right, the bread should be lovely and soft. It should cut well into thin and thick slices so you can use it for sandwiches and toast. I hope you enjoy making your split tin, and do join me next time in the Bread Kitchen.